Oh, good morning, sexy souls. How are you all doing? It is New Year's Eve when I am filming this. So, I know that our current calendar is hella messed up, right? Whoops. Oh, look at that. From that, the more natural, original, right? I put all that. Oh, man, seriously? Anyways. And so not everybody is going to be celebrating this new year. However, this Gregorian calendar has imprinted its energy on existence as it is today. And so there is still significance to it as a result. And so I want to acknowledge that. I want to acknowledge the energy that it brings to today. And feeling as if it snuck up somehow. It really snuck up on us. So, alrighty. Let's see. I wanted to come in, I sat with it. I sat with the energy before I started, and it gave me, I felt like a lot of clearing and like peace with, like quiet is what I want to say, actually, quiet. So, but nothing like auditory or visionary or energetically came through. And so I can't say that I have something moving into this other than they wanted me to do a coffee and tarot. No, I recognize I normally do this on Wednesdays, but they were like, let me take the lead is the only thing that I could get from it. And I was like, okay. So to me, that's a no holds bar, no putting parameters, no time frames, no nothing. It is just a conversation with spirit, and they get to lead, determine what we're discussing, and yeah, so this is initiated by spirit, basically. So that's what we're going to do. The energy did get quiet, which was really nice. And you may be experiencing something like that, the energy clearing. No convoluted mental energy. Okay, they want me to go ahead and go into my spiel. Friendly reminder, guys, this is a, I keep feeling some kind of energy like tapping on me or like trying to enter in, but it's as if my spirit team's like, wait. So there may be something really that spirit really wants to discuss, but my spirit team is my filter. So that things try to come through more methodically and accurately. I use them as a filter so that it's like they're holding it back until I get through this. That's weird. Okay, it's not weird. It's just, okay. I'm just picking up on things, and I'm verbalizing it as I'm picking up on it, okay? Alrighty, guys. So, the friendly reminder is that you are a sovereign being over your life, and you get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages might apply. So whatever you do, don't Cinderella shit to make it fit. Okay? Alrighty. Heart, it is in the room with us. Something is in the room with us. It's giving the air of something's already here, with or without a visible, tangible form. So it's not something that is on its way or it's not even something that's just showed up. I feel like it's something that is here, and it's time to acknowledge. It's like it's more of an acknowledging its presence. So there may be an energy you have felt for a little while. Like lurking maybe. And it's here. I wonder if you confused it for like, oh, it's incoming, it's not here, it's here, but it has waited to step forward. This is not, the energy just on my chest. This is not like, it's something Spirit's been bringing in. This isn't like, I'm like, oh, there's a deity that wants to talk to you. Like, that's not what it is. It's not what it is. This isn't, has something to do with this new stage that you've entered into. I feel as if, like, you know how you come back from they're showing me coming back from the ocean, you've got sand on you, and you rinse it off before you come into the house. I feel like all of that sand, all of that whatever is gone, that there's nothing present about the past or any other phase or timeline or however you like to word it. You were... Maybe there was like a potentially acclimation period, but it's kind of like, you know, which I guess the washing things off before you walked into the house kind of thing would be. It's like somebody may have been going through like energetic symptoms. Sometimes we call them ascension symptoms. Anytime there's an energy shift or new energy is introduced, you feel it physiologically, right? You can feel the energy shifts and changes and presence or lack thereof. And there may be like an adjustment period. And now that it's quiet, so it can kind of like be acknowledged. I feel like it will speak to you, or it'll show itself to you and you will see it. Because it's reminding me of like it's almost as if like somebody, don't mean to say it like this. You know when you are like, you need to have a serious conversation, because I don't feel like there's even a serious conversation to be had. But you know when you need to have a serious conversation, and sometimes like you have a headache, and it's like that's not the time, and you wait for the person to be in a better state or in a better energy. So maybe if you were going through the physiological symptoms that you were experiencing, I'm getting extreme tiredness at random moments, headaches, a little bit of like a feeling of like fogginess in your brain, but it doesn't feel consistent. It feels like it would just come and go, and it's like, man, what is this? Like, you weren't sick. I wouldn't even say somebody was feeling like they had the flu, although some of you may. But it was just like, and now that you are ready, there's they stopped me. I was going to say, like, I was emulating the thing. I was like, there's a conversation. And they're like, it's not a conversation. But you know, then again, an introduction is a conversation to a certain degree. But that might not be how it shows up. There is an acknowledgement of something in the room with you. It's like, now that your head is clear, now that you're cleaned off, cleansed, all that good jazz, the acknowledgement can be made. Like, oh, there you are. Okay, let's find out what this is. I will bump the fucking table 10 million times. My apologies, guys, okay? Okay, they want me to start with this one. Funny enough, I remember yesterday they telling me they wanted me to end with this one, and I never did. I never pulled it. It didn't feel right at the end. I pulled some of the more detail-oriented cards. Anywho. Okay, so the energy is in the room with you. And it's not like a rush. I think that the physiological symptoms that you've been feeling, because I feel like they came up and there it's like, dude, where is it coming from? There was no real sickness, no real, like I would dare to say that you didn't have much in the way of true sickness symptoms. Maybe a stuffy nose, maybe a little bit like, you know, weakness and stuff like that. But like there wasn't like, there's been no vomiting, no, yeah, nothing like that. But it was just like, ooh, something came over you. Good Lord. And that's when it showed up. Or I would say that happened after it showed up. Some of you may have gone through that for a few days, and then some people may have gone through that for several weeks. Okay. Did you see that? The perfect precision. Hello. Fortune and Tarot, Collective Destiny, the palm lines from birth tell your sacred palmistry. Listen to the notes of intuition. Talking about your destiny. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine sacred reason. Hold on. Okay. There's something about worldly freedom. And that there's a sacred reason. Your destiny, worldly freedom, worldly sacred reason. Your destiny, fortune, destiny, from birth. Listen to your intuition. This has been meant for you from birth. Whatever you do, don't hold yourself back. There's something about, it's like, when you think of freedom, it's like, I want to say that your idea or notion of freedom is too small. They're like, think in no bounds. Think in worldly. And I really do believe that they're indicating like worldly, globally. Think globally. Think worldly. Think no limitations. All corners of experience. And there's a sacred reason. There's a divine sacred reason. Distant dream. This dream calls you. The distance calls your heart to roam free. Again, that freedom, that no bounds. Free to go in any direction, in any, to reach the far corners, is what they're saying. To reach the far corners. To reach far corners. Your only limitation is your ability to envision it, to dream it. Because it says, as you dare dream it, so must it be. So if there's no bounds, there's also no limitation. That's why they say, dream grand things. This is going there in your field of possibilities. Allowing yourself to not be inhibited by your definition of what freedom is. Like you can go, again, like when I do any of my protections and rituals, you know, you'll hear people say things like, in any reality, timeline, dimension, blah, blah, blah. And so I tend to say through all corners of existence, because existence covers all timelines, all realities, all dimensions. And so it's expansive, is what they're saying. You are not limited. Even when you think of not being limited, your definition and what you envision is limited. they find you playing with something in a limited format. Allow the distance calls your heart to roam free. As you dare dream it, so must it be. It's like if your heart feels called to it, then so it must be. Compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. The lotus is waiting to be bloomed, is waiting to bloom. And in your spirit's jewel is your field of possibilities, what you find possible, your internal realm and what it says is a possibility. And I feel like, because the lotus blooms in mud, the muck, it's all the things, the density within you that holds you back, that redefines what freedom really is, expansiveness is, possibility is, that tends to put up those invisible barrier shields to moving beyond something. And Spirit's like, I can see that something wants to bloom out of all of your personal ideas and limitations. Some of these limitations, it's like I don't know how to see freedom or expansiveness or worldly dreams without some form of limitation, because I've never experienced limitlessness within this existence. And so therefore it's hard to grasp where you are limiting yourself in the definition of freedom. Like, what do you mean, Spirit? Of course, I like the concept, the idea of no borders, no walls, no nothing, and the ability, like the grandness of what can be done. Like, it's almost like I don't know where to pinpoint where it's being limited. So then you may think nothing, and you're just like, you think that's removing the limitations, but it's actually creating more, because they want you to dream. They want you to envision that. They want you to go, yes. Like it's not just a yes, it's a yes. You know, the Y-A-A-A-A-A-S-S-S-S, yes. Like it's because it feels good. And so it's one of those things where it's like, there needs to be more yeses when your inner child conjures something up, because it's bringing to you something that you've meant to do, or you've meant to be since birth. And you're meant to follow these notes of intuition. The idea of the way to remove any of the limitations that you have in your understanding of freedom is there's no end goal. It is always evolving. That it's okay if I can't see how doing this thing gets me here, I do this thing. And then my imagination, my inner child, my intuition takes me in a way that allows me to expand on that, and then it expands on that, and then it expands on, until it is something that has grown beyond what you ever could have conceived, because there's never an end goal. There's never a finish line. And that was trying to come through yesterday when I did the reading. Of course, there were some things, it went in a trajectory. I was like, real. But it's like being okay with the fog and not seeing the other side, it's like running a marathon. But even with a marathon, you know that there's an end goal. But I feel as if it's like the next part of your life is the quote unquote marathon, where it's about the experience of it and moving through it, and not, some people try to make it about who's won, or how quickly you get there. But I feel like the end of the line is the end of your existence within this particular life experience. But remember that what you do from here on also feeds and bleeds into the other existences that you have the potential to live. And so, okay. So no end goal. Enjoying the ride. It's something that's meant for you, and every, like, the way to expand, evolve, and grow is to just never have the parameter of a defined completion or win, right? I've done it when I've done this, and it's like, never define that. List your desires. Ooh, I'd like this. Ooh, I'd that. You know, and then work towards it within your human existence. Work towards these things, but don't define it as completion, finished, won, or anything like that. Okay? That's how you remove that. So there's something that's calling your heart to just constantly play and do and see where it goes, because that is how you walk your path of destiny. And we want your dreams to get big. Okay, where are we going to go with this, Spirit? What do you want to discuss? They want the Moon Magic Oracle. We did have a dark moon in Capricorn. It was the second one for the month of December. And it brought an end to a 300-year cycle. I'll have to put it in the description if I remember to come back and do that, what that cycle was. Just a moment. Okay. That was loud. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's see where this goes. We're going to start with the Waxing Gibbous. I do see that might be an overall energy here. Ooh. That's a nice overall energy, motherfuckers. Let me tell you. So the Waxing Gibbous right here, it talks about windfall, success, and preparation. And that things are actually coming to a head. And all your efforts are soon going to be rewarded, okay? And so it really basically just foretells really good things coming your way. It can indicate anything from like a windfall, a surprise, a chance encounter, all those types of things. It really talks about abundance and plenty, meaning that energies of growth are surrounding you. and remind you to maintain a balance of this, not to become too intoxicated by the success that you bring about some kind of lack. In fact, it says when things start going good, prepare. It literally says, in times of feast, prepare for famine. Although I gotta be telling you, listen to me, I don't feel like another sense of lack coming in. But you might invite in a fear. See, I see it both ways. By going overboard, they're saying that there's a sense of going overboard when success comes your way that almost will invite in a fear that lack is going to show up. And I'm questioning whether it's so much that you need to not go overboard, because I don't feel like lack will come in. It's more of a matter that when you are in celebration, addressing those fears, like, oh no, like, I probably shouldn't be doing this much. I should probably be holding back. I should probably blah, 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 blah. Because, you know, it's like, you know, when something good initially happens, you're like, oh my, you're intoxicated with it. But after that intoxication wears off, you think, okay, now practical lands. Maybe I should, blah, 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 blah. Oh, what have I done? Should I have gone a little bit slower? It's those things that I feel like you need to address if that happens. It's a classic, the other shoe is going to drop. That's the energy that will actually have you withholding from enjoying things. And when you do that, you're actually placing like a chokehold on your energy. It's placing back limitations. So what I would say is the balance that you need to keep is more of whether how much you allow those types of fears to come in. Because I feel like you have indulged before and then regretted indulging because other times showed up and you're like, but this isn't a time where I feel like there's not this thing following you, just waiting to it's not there. Let's talk about the waning. We're going to come over here to these two right quick. Maybe. So it talks about reflection and processing and taking a breath, you know, gathering your thoughts. It's a time of decompression, really. You know, maybe if you took some decompression before you indulged in the successes, before you went hog wild. And I don't think you're going to go hog wild in such a, in a negative manner. Like, it's not like gluttony in a way. I just think that it's, you can stave off those fears. Because when you indulge in this and when you relax into it and you allow yourself the freedom to go there, when success comes in, to feel those feels, to indulge in those indulgences. If you do the proactive decompression and releasing, you're less likely, you know, it's almost like looking at, it's like taking it in, what has changed, what is now here, what is happening before, so that you can acclimate. So you're showing me the Temperance card so that you can alchemize that energy. And then that way the fear won't wash over you once you begin to allow yourself to enjoy these successes in ways that you've been dreaming of. That those emotions, those fears will not wash over you in quite the same manner. Okay? And they said, and that's what they bring up, that it's to come to terms with events in your life. And they're like reminding you that even positive, happy events like moving house, getting married, having a baby, or graduating can take their toll. And it might be that you feel the need to retreat for a while and spend some time in solitude, and not let circumstances run away with you. You know what I mean? Not to be so swept up in it. Because I feel like if you're too swept up in it, it's not so much the being swept up in it. I feel like once you decompress, there will be true pleasure in what is happening. Because the high, again, it is I haven't eaten, I'm ravenous, I've been starving all day, so when I do eat, I put too much in it, and then there's this pain after, regret, all that kind of stuff. They're wanting you to not experience that. They want you to get up there and ride the wave. And so they're just trying to help you, and I feel like you're in a really great place to take this guidance on, rather than hear it as a warning. Oh no, like a reason to be fearful. Oh, I'm gonna mess up. You're like, oh, good idea. Okay, I'll do that. Like, I feel like your ability to integrate the suggestions that Spirit's giving to you is really on par right now. You don't take everything in such a, and so they're just giving you some information. They're just giving you a little bit of tidbit of like, hey, 44. Sorry, I'm talking to myself here now. I know you see the book. Lunar Light. Happiness, resolution, and magic. It's a really happy card and suggests that health, happiness, and really good days are ahead. It represents a time when you can do no wrong. See, that's what I was saying. Like, even if you did overindulge, there was nothing wrong with it. Although your mind might try to convince you that there is, because it just is like, oh, I may have done too much. So it's not like Spirit's like, ooh, something bad's gonna happen if you don't take time to process. They're just giving you, it's like they're just giving you a heads up. They don't want you to feel like this, like Six of Swords, where it's like woo, 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 before things settle. They're like, take the time before you ride that high, and don't get me wrong, initially there's going to be a high from this success, but they're trying to help you learn how, like a surfer, how to ride this wave so you don't crash out. They got a lot of fucking analogies. When everything is working out well for you and all bumps in the road will be smoothed out, the Spirit's trying to make sure that they help smooth those out for you. This does say that if you've been experiencing ill health, money worries, family issues, this is telling you that everything is going to be resolved soon. It even says soon. So it's going to be resolved very soon. And they just don't want you to fear like like there's this cloudy monster just following you around waiting. It's not happening. It does talk about things working out better than you've imagined. And it's asking you not to fear. This card is meant to come as reassurance to you. They're like, go ahead and take time to acclimate, process. It is giving a sense of maybe some suddenness to the good fortune. We'll come back and visit this card, but it's like, it's just telling you, it's the reminder that on the back side, it's a reassurance card, like really great things, and it's going to be even better than you imagined, and it's not temporary, it has longevity to it. So when this is coming through, the reason they give you the guidance of like processing, decompressing, and things like that is so that you don't have that follow afterwards, that crash. It's really just to help you out. They want this to be the smoothest transition possible, and that's why they're bringing it up. So the moon stag talks about it's reminding you of your divinity and asking you to tap into it and encourages you to find your regal power. This card says expect good things to happen to you and for you. It's about setting up your expectations. It is taking off the end goal. Like even the idea and notion that when you indulge in something, oh, it's about to fall. Like every time there's a rise, there's a fall. Like that's the natural flow. That is putting a end goal, an outcome on something. It is placing that as a barrier. And they're like, dream bigger than that. Dream bigger than every success has a limit, has a time limit. Dream bigger than this is just the ebb and flow of life and this is how it goes. Dream bigger than that. Believe bigger and better than that. It is a reminder that you're not ever alone to fight any kind of battles. The Spirit is constantly with you. If you are willing to listen and hear the guidance and the support that they're giving you to help you through anything. But stags primarily are linked to abundance and prosperity. And so there's a time of receiving that's about to unfold for you. That may also be something that you could use some assistance with. When there is an adjustment that comes to that receiving of things, when you haven't for so long, sometimes you can have all the, you can be like, no, I really do believe good things are coming, but it can feel so awkward, weird, and uncomfortable to receive when you've always had something attached to that. Like, just receiving freely, never, even our society isn't necessarily set up in that capacity for most folks. And it talks about accepting the challenges that lie ahead, but I feel like most of it is I've never really truly experienced this, so I don't know how to do that. And that's where Spirit can help you. And that's where your trust in what Spirit tells you is important. Because it's like, I don't know, I feel like going, I don't know. Like when Spirit tells you if you do this, it'll help with this. And you're like, the notion of having a hard time receiving seems stupid, right? But when we begin to see, like we sometimes put parameters on how we're going to receive versus just the reception. And when it comes differently, it's like, oh, we attach ideas and notions to, oh, but that path is going to, or through this person, or through that means, or through da-da-da. And it feels just, the adjustment can be a bit much. An aspect. Spirit is asking you to maintain a deep commitment to your spirituality, to integrate rituals that both expand your spiritual knowledge and also ground you into your daily practices. When this card shows up, it's asking you to show reverence for the path that you have chosen with regular spiritual practice. And I feel like this is your path of destiny. what calls to you naturally, your own magic, and how you connect and relate to that magic. Commune with the divine in any way you like, but take the time to connect with spirit on a regular basis. I feel like Spirit's asking you to never let something come between you and it ever again. Ever. Every relationship needs nurturing, and they're asking you to nurture this. When doing so, it's a reminder of your power, your inner divinity, as much as it is the connection that you have with the divine or with spirit. And they're reminding you it doesn't have to be extravagant. What's important is that you find a way to incorporate some of the spirituality in your day-to-day life, which is exactly what I said. Magic is a practice that should be lived each day. Your divinity should be lived each day. Your connection with the divine, your connection with spirit should be an integral part of your existence walking through this world. Both with knowledge and reverence. This is a, so something's in the, it is here. Your destiny is in the room with you. It's so quiet. That too may be an adjustment. Hearing so clearly, not having nearly as much clutter in your mind, things battling for your attention in your journey to get to here, because you're here already. It's giving me you're showing yourself love when you don't place the parameters, when you allow yourself to dream grand things, when you allow yourself to connect with spirit daily, when you acknowledge your intuition, you acknowledge the connection, you acknowledge the divinity within, that living this existence and walking your destined path, because I distinctly remember multiple times over the last couple of years talking about you can't walk your destined path without spirit. Like, it's an integral piece of walking this path. It is a contract, an agreement that you must sign off on prior to stepping foot on this. And you obviously have. When you pull back from spirit, you pull back from the divinity within. You pull back from your own intuition. That connection deserves as much love as you deserve. And in fact, when loving yourself to the core, through all actions, your thoughts, your decisions, the energies you align with and don't align with, like, that is exactly how you maintain that connection with spirit. But for those times, like, it is when you are taking that time to connect with yourself, you are also connecting with spirit. So your rituals can be that, which is one of getting back grounded within oneself, filtering out all the muck you may collect along the way, things that may obstruct your own knowing. And part of that, and in doing so, it's as if it's like wiping away, they're showing me wiping away those parameters that stop you from dreaming grand things, from walking your destined path, from allowing your heart to roam free. And the lotus blooming, despite the experiences and the scars that got heavy, you have accumulated along the way. The idea of the lotus blooming is what they're talking about when they're talking about the longevity of this, and not always fearing that something else will come. It's forgiving what it took to get to this point with spirit, with yourself. It is forgiving the in, out, in, out, in, out, the rage, the battles. It is forgiving yourself. If you ever notice that there's, like, if I had just done this sooner, it is letting it all go, right? That's why all of this can happen now, is because you let it go. Remember, I had the washing the sand off, all the grit, all of that. It's like you're in the new spot. You've had the acclimation. You've adjusted to the energy. You've shown yourself that compassion. It's compassion in action. And the things that you've chosen and the way that you've approached this and the point that you've come to, that shows compassion. It is only from that all of this can, it is having shown compassion to the experiences of those that came before you. Like, I'm thinking ancestors now. I'm not talking about people in your life that have done something, although that's probably a part of it. It's more like, most importantly, it's compassion towards yourself. And they want me to use the word hated, the fact that things have been so tense with you in spirit, it's okay. They want you to show yourself compassion. They appreciate the compassion because in doing so, you show them compassion. They said they didn't get it wrong with entrusting it within you. They have trusted that you would get to this point. You would get to this place. They knew you would. And that there's nothing to forgive on their part. It's always been about you forgiving. Yourself, the situation, what it took, how hard it was. I do want to explore a little bit more about, it's in the room. Okay, thank you. It's in the room with us. It's here. Oh, they want me to go back to the waxing gibbous and go over that again. The windfall, success, things are coming to a head and all your efforts are soon to be rewarded. This is a second card that talks about something being very soon. And they just said your kind of soon, not... I have always... Okay, I think this is a nod to how I always say, like, well, that doesn't mean much because, like, my soon isn't necessarily their soon. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay. They're like, your soon. What you would deem being soon. It is a surprise. It is abundance and plenty and growth surrounding you. It's celebrations. It is success. Okay. So what do you mean by that is in the room with us? Your destined path is in the room with us. It would be like the person that you're meant to encounter has already laid eyes on you. Like it's already here. It's already a part of your reality. And that could be like a job prospect, a future roommate that's gonna, you know, it's already in the room with us. Let's talk about that. King of Pentacles. These cards spin so much. I know y'all see my OCD. I'm like, I'm constantly adjusting them. But like, for what? Okay. I'm gonna put that back just because like everything went everywhere. Well. I'm gonna the moon. I did mention the new moon, which is about manifestations, new beginnings. And this is the phases of the moon. The moon is also, even with the new moon, it's still there. Whether you see it or not, it's there. It's already there with you. Oh, wow. Did you see how that? 4 of Swords, 5 of Swords. There's something that it's meant to give you peace. No, like, even if you can't see it, I feel like saying, put your mind to rest. If you have been concerned, worried, or overly active with your mind about something, it's to put it to rest. I mean, the sword is coming right through the crown all the way down. Hold on, guys. King of Pentacles will soon reveal themselves. You have no need to try and figure this out. Worry about it, contemplate it, fight against this. You can have peace knowing that this is going to become aware in your world. 9 of Cups. Your wish. I don't know why I heard this. I was gonna say your wish is coming true, and it was like your wish is my command. Okay. See, King of Pentacles is already at that place. He's beyond just the capacity, right? He's beyond the capacity to do something, and he is. Everything becomes a reality with the King of Pentacles. He makes it so. Okay, please clarify King of Pentacles and the Moon for me. We're going to put this down here. Please clarify the King of Pentacles and the Moon for me. They want me to use the Sun Night Tarot. Sun Night Tarot. Dang. Three of Wands, incoming. It is incoming. Your ships are coming in. Your wait has not been in vain. The Empress. Your ships are coming in. We wait with the Three of Wands for all that we've done, accomplished, and taken action towards, faithfully towards our desires, our goals, our passions. We wait for it to come back to us in whatever form it does. It is our ships coming in. These are both threes. Three of Wands. It has already begun. The egg is already broken. It is already here. I heard it's coming into port. It's already visible. Alrighty. Oh shit. Seriously? What the fuck? Let me just show you the card that I did see. It was the Sun. I was like, ooh. I'm going to put these back. These are a little loosey. Good. Did I forget one? Okay, hold on. All right. More clarity, please. Seriously. I can't handle these cards today. What is going on? Spirit is in control. Spirit is in control. Three threes. Your reason to celebrate, your joy. 333. When you give birth, they're showing me when someone gives birth, the baby is already in the room. But a lot of times, especially like in a C-section or things like that, in times past, you would not have immediately seen the baby. The baby would be taken over, cleaned off, all this kind of stuff, because like when you're laying on the table, you can't necessarily see things that are happening. And so it ends up where then the baby's brought over, but it's already in the room. You're about to see it. It's like the birth has been, like it's already been birthed and you're about to see it. Something that was necessary to happen already happened. And I don't think this is necessarily your decision, your choice, like yesterday's, where it's like, oh, that had to happen. Like something already happened. This would be, hey, I saw so-and-so on LinkedIn. I want you to reach out to them. Like it's already happened. It would be somebody asking a friend, so-and-so, like, what are they like? Like, I'd love to reach out to them. You think they'd care if I reach out to them? Like, it's been initiated. It's already, they already have your number. I heard security clearance. The fuck? That might be for somebody. Somebody's being given the green light, the okay. Like somebody may have needed to run something by somebody. I heard, what do you think? Okay. Tell me about the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords. It is so. They just said it is so. We have the Justice card with the Two of Cups. It already is so. Justice will be served. Things are in balance. What's meant for you is here. Like, I feel like something's been achieved. Something has been achieved. It's all lined up. It's all in alignment. See? There's nothing. See the start of your life, the alpha, the weight has been cleared. You know, like the scales that weigh a heart against a feather type of situation, where it's like you had to empty out this side of the scale. And this new beginning, the omega, alpha and the omega, you know, and in the beginning is the end kind of thing. Like the second half of your life is this egg. You have it now. It is here. It is broken open. It's already begun. It's in the room with you. We do have the, it's coming into alignment. Like it's already happening. See this, the water swirling around the heart? Like it's already happening. I feel like you have, they keep saying that because you have had times before where you believed something was already in the works. It was already here. It was already happening. But it wasn't something that Spirit had told you. You're like, I just know it's here. And it wasn't. And so Spirit is reiterating. They're like, no. This is here. This is happening. Like it's happening. It would be like the millions of times, oh, this is the most morbid example ever, and I do apologize that they're like giving it to me. It's like when you see in the movies where like everybody's always gathered around the TV, like, oh, there's this scare and this scare with this country and and everybody's like so worried about like some big massive thing breaking out, and it never happens until it's like the sirens are like one day after 50 years of yes, no, it's like the sirens are sounding. It's like, it's here. They've stormed the shores of blah, blah, you know. That is the most morbid shit. My apologies to anybody who served. That's just the way that they're giving it to me. And I'm like, oh, I don't know how else to put that. It's kind of like after all the teasing or all the feeling like, oh no, it's real. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it's real. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it's real. Oh no, it's not. It is here. Two of Pentacles is rest assured that you're going to be able to move forward on this path. You're going to be guided to take your next step. And in fact, I feel like that's what they're saying is when we talked about needing between the Four of Swords and Five of Swords, needing to walk into this mentally prepared, decompress. Once this shift once the shift that's already happened becomes evident to you, the success is seen. The surprise is revealed. You need to take the time to come to terms with it so that you can be in the right space to move forward. Two of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is, it's safe to move forward. And that's the reason why. It's like sometimes we worry about, is this success going to last? And I think that you're going to know, because this time something happened. This time it became a reality. You know it's here. And And maybe just the idea of like, it fucking finally showed up. It's actually here. All the times you thought it was and it wasn't. And it's like, it's actually here. It's happening. Like there's this sense of being present in the magic of that. And that's where that compassion might come into play, is that, oh, so I wasn't lying to myself all along. Oh, you know, I wasn't really being ignorant and betraying myself when I did X, Y, and Z, because when I put all that faith into it, and when I did it, because it's here. It is actually here. And you can move forward. Like the 10 goes to you've surrendered, but also like you're leaving this difficult situation. You're leaving the difficulty behind. It's leaving that behind. It's no longer that quietness I kept hearing. There may be an acclamation to that. There's not this war raging inside of you, inside of your mind. And it's safe to move forward. Nine of Cups. Let's talk about it. Do we want to? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. The 9 of Cups leads to the 10 of Cups. I am going to pull from, I am going to pull from the Archangel Tarot. Okay, tell me about the 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups. Spirit, tell me about that. Tell me about that. Knight of Cups. Wow, fuck. It's an invitation. This could be an invite to a date, a social event, an invitation to romance. It could be an invitation. They're not giving a specificity of what the invitation is. They said an emotionally arousing one. Even with a job, that could happen. Things are looking up. There's an into a difficult situation. Somebody very well may be invited to travel somewhere. This does happen frequently with particular jobs, especially if a job is like outside of something. This could be, hey, we're all getting together. Come out this way. This is going to be happening. It's a again, it does say an invitation to a social event, an invite to something. Why does this feel so imminent? Because it's already in the room. They're like, because it's already in the room. I'm like, oh my God. shut up. I mean, don't shut up, but you know what I mean. They were like, are you fucking kidding me? They were like, are you shitting me, Shauna? I'm like, I shit you not. Why does it feel so close? Because it is. It's already here. Justice again. Oh, baby. Oh, you have no clue how quickly this is going to happen. You have no clue. Oh. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh! Okay. Because it was always meant to be. It is yours. It is, they said it's being returned to you. It's always been meant to be. Justice. It is everything that had to be done was done for this to happen. It's just in some capacity, it feels like a wrong being righted. This is going to bring some kind of decision. They're talking about like, oh wow, it just feels pretty immense. They don't want you to procrastinate. Events moving at a fast pace, delays are completely over. It may feel like so many things are happening at once because justice is served, because wrongs are righted, because your karma is brought in. That's the Three of Wands. Happy home life, successful completion. This is a major milestone. This is a point in your existence where there was life before this and life after this. Like this event marks a distinction between before and after. You will see a distinct difference. What is this Seven of Cups? I almost want to cry. End of a difficult, embrace the change and expect things to get better. Now that's really what they want. Dream big, expect it to get better. And embrace this change. I'll say it's not that complex. This is speaking your mind with confidence. This is being articulate. This is seeking out advice on this. If there is a sense with the Seven of Water or Seven of Cups that you have to kind of like get a little bit of maybe some professional advice or maybe some kind of like, I don't know what about this seems complex that comes in. But it does seem that you can do a little bit of, like, there's an immediacy to seeking out the assistance of something or someone. And getting guidance on something. Oh, baby. Did you hear me? I said, oh, baby. The Fool, a leap of faith. There's unexpected opportunities that are going to present themselves. I don't know if the invite is like, oh, how do I make this happen? But it's like, get on it. Like, get on it. Don't wait. Like, this came out like this. I always flip it up, but it is talking about negative or fear-based thoughts. You're going to have to just put it aside. Put it aside. That's what that is. Don't. Shit. The inflow of abundance, promising ventures, important documents or contracts. That might be where you need to seek out some kind of like, there's a very promising venture. Okay, please tell me about the seeking of advice. The King of Swords. They said keep with this deck. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. So the King of Swords very well may be somebody that looks out for you. It talks about a guardian angel. Honorable, dedicated, somebody that's willing to be truthful. And so that's why it's important for you to speak your mind, so that your worries or concerns can be quelled. Like if you feel like, then why are we bringing, like what is the embrace the change, complex decision thing? What is that really? Like what's that really actually boil down to? The Empress card. That's like being willing to receive. There's 3 again. Being willing to receive. It's not that complicated, they said. It's just not that complex. Don't procrastinate. It's like, I think there's an acceptance here. There's an invite. Oh my God. Oof. Okay. I feel like you're going to know when this is happening, what it means. But good news about financial matters, wanting to do something different, a new area. Like it's just good news on the table. Like something is this. I don't know why you would think, why something would feel like it's complex if it's like, this invite could be work, could be, damn. I feel a lot beyond the work frame though. If we're talking about financial, something promising, a financially promising thing, and then we're also talking about receiving, you may feel very, if we throw back to yesterday's reading, like the idea of somebody, you may have a hard time receiving from somebody. Even if it's just advice. And if that's so, talk to them about that. Discuss it with them. If this is something else where money is on the table and contracts are on the table, this is a very loyal, dependable individual, the King of Swords. And so it's okay to ask questions, to seek out information, to discuss those concerns with them and advocate for yourself. It's safe to do so. It's safe to say, this needs to be included. An important achievement, public recognition. This is like victory. Forward movement. Again, it is the 4 of Wands energy. And they're just asking you to go ahead and assert your independence. Don't underestimate yourself. Stretch your wings and fly. Be confident in this. May I ask you what the invite is? I know that's probably like a loaded question given that there's so many different people. Secret Tarot, and then we will wrap it up. Eight of Wands. Sun. The invite of a lifetime. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, two major arcana drastic cards, and they're like, only the invite of a lifetime. Can we get, I know it said soon. It's already in the room with us. I know you're anxious, they said. I know you're anxious about this new beginning. You're walking with spirit, though. It's the invitation of a lifetime. It's you being chosen. I'll tell you that much. It is you being chosen. 100%. King of Wands. He has a single line of focus. And he goes after exactly what he wants. And he gets what he wants most of the time. He wouldn't waste his time coming after somebody or something if he didn't believe he could get it. You are desired for something. And it is an invitation to come out of hermit mode and to move forward. Two of Pentacles. Move to choose this. He's inviting you out of Chariot. This is success forward. This is like a massive forward movement. Very fast. This may be moving. We have the World card out, the Sun. I can't overlook that. The Chariot card can often be like modes of transportation. We did have the taking a trip. This is like an invitation of a lifetime. He would make it happen. If there's something that would prevent you from taking whatever this invitation is, feel confident in talking to this king about it. Feel confident in talking about it so that they will address it. Be willing to receive from them so that they can make things happen for you. It's the right path. It is a wish fulfillment. It is taking you home. There's something about being able to get you to where you belong. This is your inner child. Learning what freedom really is. No parameters. You're meant for this. It is your destiny from birth. Time to let the lotus bloom. There's something about the invitation. Time to let your heart roam free. Sorry. I'm gonna ask for one. What is the Eight of Swords here? Nine of Swords. Why do you bring that out now? All that has held you back, all that has ever plagued you, this is the answer to it. This is the help that you've requested. This is the assistance, the resources, the hand up, the protection, the fighting chance at your destiny. It's all of those things. Alrighty. Let yourself shine. Embrace it. Embrace the change. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this message finds whoever it's meant for. And I hope you have a fantastic and wonderful day. And I will see you guys later this week.